Hello, fellow Minecrafters. This is my friend Buffer Kid's server we all play on. My friends and I play on. This server kind of stays like mainly me and my son really playing on here, truthfully. And then my other friends jump on when there's updates or they see what we built. We have one other guy who does build, probably has built more than I have actually on the server. He hasn't been on here lately, but basically we're the ones who build a lot on here. And then the other guys kind of show up in the updates. So like when 1.11 comes out, they'll be back on to play it. That's just, you're just looking at the outside. I have Optifine running, so that's why you see the windows be like no lines, nice and clear, to make it look a little better. Anyway, this is my house. The cool banners. I haven't really decorated the inside of it yet. It's just been built. And every floor looks a little different in this building. We'll start with this building. This is my chest room. I just like the purple blocks. I don't know, just the abstract of it. It looks pretty cool. This goes up 3 or 4 floors. Again, been doing building some of your things on server. Sorry, my getting over being a little bit sick here. That I kind of think it's 4. I think it's only 4 floors. Yeah, it's only 4 floors. And I wanted to build a balcony on each floor. So there's a balcony on each floor. You can actually look over everything. Right now, the market, there's everything comes into view. The clock tower, Buffer Kid's house, the couple shops over there. And again, a bunch of different stuff to see. So we'll walk back down and go look around in the world for a little bit. This will be tour some of the world. This will probably be a 2-part tour. There's a lot to get to. I'm not going to walk to like the 4 villages I found because basically the only thing there is just pass out to those villages. There's actually no real, in most cases, nothing built. If there was, I'd show it. So there are paths to 4 different villages we found on the server. Every path is just like this stone and this hardened clay. As you hear a cat, my son's cat, and this used to be his place for his okay guys, so this is the barn, like a barn-like thing my son built for his horses. My son's very creative with this stuff. I built this, like, I could never, he just popped in his head and he built this. So this is his, I think both of our horses are in here. And they're both right here. And then he built this little building. This was like the first thing he built over here was this interesting little block. I call it a block because that's what it is. Using, again, the orange wood and I wonder how, hold on. Audio. Oh wow, that's why. Like it's pretty high. Never mind. There we go. Fixing that for you guys. Anyway, this orange house, there really isn't much in here. It's just like a block he made and then he didn't know what to do with it after he built it. He just built it, which is kind of cool. Again, later on, maybe we can build something and figure out what to do with it. But this was his place to stay. That's why he has a bed here. Now, I'm in creative mode right now to show you this stuff. So, there used to be a lava ball here. He took it down. He's moving it. And this was supposed to be some kind of... these were all shacks he built. I think they were supposed to be for animals, or I don't know, but he just built it and kind of stayed here. So, again, a cool little way he built it. I like this. I could see building a really big house with this, like this design. But it's cool he built it. But the next thing I built on here, I just found the pathway around, is this swimming pool. I don't necessarily sure how much I like the diving board I made, but I'll fix that later. That's kind of like, here's just a default diving board. Later on, maybe I'll make a better version. It was just like, there's a default diving board to have it, so we know, okay, here's a diving board. Here's how high I want to make for the swimming pool. Maybe it can make 2 smaller ones on the side of it, maybe later. Here's our pool, which is pretty cool. It does have, again, lights in it, kind of thing. I'm in creative, so just show the server. Anything I do on here later we'll do in survival. So this is my tiki bar. I've seen other people make one. I thought it was cool, so I kind of borrowed this design. I like the swimming pool where you can slip and sit down, and then of course this side the seats and the villager guy in here serving you. Again, I like this tiki bar. I like it a lot. It's really cool. It kind of fits with the pool kind of aspect, so that's what I like. Oh, I could go two ways. These are the sand buildings I built. They're not finished. They're not even close to finished. They're just kind of sitting there, empty. So I gotta finish that. This is another thing my son was experimenting with. His version of a playground. I'm not sure what he's doing with the redstone because I've gone down. I don't see anything with it. So these are kind of like experiments, and it's cool experimenting. Again, that's the coolest thing on Minecraft. You can experiment with stuff, and then later go back and change it, tweak it, maybe tear it down and rebuild it. There are little nuances built on the server that's really cool. So that big lava ball you see, that's actually our spawn point on the server, though anybody on the server doesn't need it at this point because we all have our beds and our houses, but if we don't, we can always use this. Now this is another thing. My son built this unique thing out of inspiration. Like he wanted to build a place for wolves or something. I'm not exactly sure, but well, here's the redstone thing that's stuck in there. So you hit this, and you can go down here. Oh, you got a timer right though. Oh, I don't want to be stuck in it. Hold that thought. See? This is a cool little dinghy, but I like this purple and like the banners. This looks really cool. And the wood fits it all. This is really cool. It's small, but this is a really cool like underwater base kind of place to sit and chill. I mean, this is a cool place. Like, it's a cool little thing. And of course, easier for me to get out than get in. And then you go up here. I'm going to fly up here for a second. This little tower he built. You can actually get into it if you want to. Not sure what it's for, but again, cool little thing. Again, cool little thing built on here. Now, the next thing is I'm going to show you is this thing here. This is a stable I built. Again, some of these things I completely will tell you are ripped off of some other YouTube videos I saw. And this was one of them. And I like this barn because stable because the horses can go outside and inside. The only problem with this design, this person on YouTube, was they had one single block slot for the horses to go in and out. And the problem was the horses would kill themselves. They'd get stuck on it. They either in between coming in and out and they would die. So we increased it 3 blocks over. We made the barn 3 blocks longer and then put it 2 blocks wide, and everybody can come in and out. And of course, this design is so easy. I can add more if I need to. If more people have horses, I could just continually build it further. But I like this design a lot, and I changed it because I changed some of the colors, I think, than what it originally was. But I do like this design. It's a really cool, simplistic design for a stable for your horses, which is what this is. So we can go ride horses whenever we want. This is, of course, my son's horse, Spotty. He's already taken the spot, which is cool. And this is a bridge. You'll see bridges like this. There's a couple of these bridges built on the server. I like it. Again, Arcade Main Machine built it because it leads to his house. But before we get to this house, there's one thing I got to show you. So when Arcade, who built our spawn point, which is right there in the server, when he built the spawn point, one of the coolest things he did was he spent the time to make this water path go and almost make like a sewer like path underneath. Let me get up here. Underneath of the spawn point. So this is kind of like a little sewer. It's really cool. I like this design. He spent the time obviously adding cracks and adding the moss into it. Obviously it's not well lit either because this is a kind of like sewer. But this is just really cool. And it's just a little thing you add that makes so much more detail. This is a bridge that I started and Arcade finished it because it leads out of town to... Just to lead out of town. I don't think it actually goes anywhere, to be honest with you. It just goes... Yeah, it does. It goes to a village, which I'm not going to walk there. No, it goes to a house somebody built, and we'll get to that to later episode because it's a single house. And then it leads to a village. So this is our cool spawn point. Now, I believe Arcade said he saw some YouTube video of a spawn point and thought it was cool, and he kind of like he saw it and was inspiration to build this. This is not close to that because so many different designs. Like look at all the detail and all the blocks he did, and that is totally different than the one you originally saw. But this is awesome. I love this spawn point. It is really cool spawn point. Again, if we ever have more people on the server or whatever, this is where they'd automatically spawn, right in the middle of this spawn point. So you come in, if you spawn, you will spawn in here, and then you can just walk out of here and go a direction. Obviously, my house, if I get out of here, because I'm stuck. My house is right there in the clouds. We built these little light things just to have light in town, and this is a little bar I built. And it's cool, but it's not perfect. What I mean by that is, okay, inside it's all cool and woody, and you got a nice, you got a little bar, which I should put a villager here and put something here so he can't get out. And this is a nice little, like, sit down to eat kind of thing. But upstairs, not the second floor. Second floor is kind of cool. There's rooms in here you can go into. There's all these little rooms. And there's ways up. The problem is, the second floor, this upstairs is sectioned off. But the problem is with it, is there are sections that actually don't make any sense. Meaning, there's like there's literally like, there's some spots that are like 2 blocks wide, and I didn't design it all properly. But the first 2 floors are really cool. But when you get to the 3rd floor, because some rooms have a way up in some rooms than other rooms do. And there's chests in these rooms. And again, I like the overall design, but the 3rd floor is kind of a mess. The attic. And again, I really like balconies like this. These are really cool. So, can I get out of here? Am I stuck in here? Yeah, I'm stuck in here. We'll go back down. So there's not much to show here. It's just a cool little thing. Again, I'm going to say cool and all that a lot because I like a lot of things built on the server, especially things obviously I built. And other people built some cool stuff. This was just to add something here to fill it in. And there's our clock tower. A funny story about this clock tower that Buffer and Arcade built. So I was on the server working on this marketplace, which again is not finished. The inside's not finished, not even close. At the time, and they started building the clock tower. It was really small. Originally, he kind of inspiration for Back to the Future clock tower. I came back on the server 12 hours, and in 12 hours they had built this clock tower. This thing is just amazing. The inside of it. This is my marketplace. The inside's not done. Got all these little markets on the outside of it. This is Buffer's house again. I think I'm going to show this clock tower in here because, again, this video would be really long, and we'll show a tour of this server and parts, and you'll see me build on this more. I will show parts of building on this, but this is the clock tower. Now, one of the issues you have with building something this big is sometimes you have cast shadows on the outside you have to deal with that you can't get rid of. So this is all the detail that, like, was not that Buffer did after Arcade helped him kind of build it. He put all these little details. Again, there's a lot of little things crammed into this place. Armor stands, chests, beds, bookshelves. The villager who just keeps opening, closing the door, and being annoying. That dude is annoying. Again, all little details. Man, that guy. Will you stop it already, dude? Oh, where does this go? Hold on. Yeah, and this climbs up to the clock tower. See the glass? Just a little thing. And look at this thing. Looks really cool and massive on the inside. I really like this a lot. This, you know what? This would be cool to build this without the clock part as kind of like towers at the end of your castle. This would be kind of really cool, like lookout towers. And we're gonna climb all the way up this big ladder. And the gears are the coolest parts because I'm like, wow, in a million years, I don't know if I would have figured out how to build the gears. No such. I can't get all the way up here. There we go. So here's kind of like the gear. This is supposed to be like the turning gear, which is really cool. And there's another one up here. I'm about to fly up there. Because technically there's no way up there, just walking. So we'll fly up here. And this part is the cool part. So this is all the little gears they made for this, for the clock tower. And you can see out, obviously, on the server pretty far, different places. As you look out, obviously there's the town. You're looking over basically, straight path down the whole, our little town that we built. And over here, the path that leads out to the farm and other stuff. The playground I haven't showed you yet. But this is just so cool. I like the details of this. And right up here, just a little room he built that he's not sure what it's for. It's just up here. You could put like a Hunchback of Notre Dame up here if you really wanted to. But I really do like this clock tower. We made a rule when this thing was built originally, and that was that nothing in the town would be, or one of the rules was nothing in the town could be bigger than the clock tower. But a biscuit. But my house is technically bigger than the clock tower because it's on a hill, so that kind of let it slide. We have this house over here I'm going to fly up to. So behind Buffer's house is this garden. Cool little garden he built with horses and everything. Out here is Jay Blackheart's house. It's not finished. It's just kind of a shell. Like he came out here one day and started building it. He has lights in here. You see these redstone, these lights? If I turn the redstone on, this literally lags the server for a second because there's so much going on. I don't understand why it does. Nothing else on the server does, but that little thing does lag our server. Again, this is just a little tour of part of our world that I play Minecraft on. I do have one other world, my friend Dickie Dano. I have built like a big castle I built out of there. One we didn't have a server because my friends and I have had server over the years. We had an original town where I had a platform in the sky I was building, and we had Deadwood, which trying to get arcade because she still has those world saves to kind of crop them into this world and have them all together. That'd be kind of cool. A lot of exploring to do. You know, go out to our desert town at Deadwood, or go out to the original village and build on the platform or look around. Real quick for this, I want to go in the marketplace again. There's just a lot. Excuse me. There's just a lot of little booths out here. Believe there's nobody in these booths, but in here, my son built this cool lava thing he wanted. He goes, I want to build something. So he built that, which is really cool. There's a villager here. And there's a villager over here. And these little booths I made. There was, and for some reason I put these two guys in. Somehow a baby villager spawned. Which I guess he's gone now because he was out here. Again, I built this massive marketplace. Now I have to, I built the thing that's cool. Now I have to fill it all in. I kind of want to build a ledge on where that, like up by that window that goes around. But then it loses some of its epicness, bigness to me. So I don't know. I have to think it out. That's why I haven't really done anything in here. And then out back we have more little booths out here. You know, this is what the marketplace looks from the outside. Our playground stuff. But guys, that's just a little sneak peek of the server I'm building. You know, people ask what other games do you play that you really like to record for. This is one of them, Minecraft. And so you guys are going to see a lot more videos of the server. There is one little thing outside the marketplace that's really cool. I built this path back here because my son got inspired to build an underground place underneath the marketplace. See, he built the thing that opens up and it closes it with its... Whoa. Oh, sorry. Here we go. This is... There's not much down here. It's a cool big brick path. It goes down to this little water area. To this area. This was what I covered up. This cave thing was opened, and I covered it up. There's nothing out here, I don't think. Is there? Yeah, there is. Alright, here. I just got covered up when I built the marketplace. And so my son really wanted to build a path under here. He's like, can I build an underground path? I said, that's cool. And so that's what he did. So this is the underground path. There's nothing here yet. Down the road there might be, but that's just a cool little hideout, you might call it, you know. It's underneath the market. I really like the brick, and I really like the, again, I like the design. I thought I did a great job. Yeah, that's where I say he's more inventive with stuff than I am when it comes to Minecraft. Hello, Mr. Sheep. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this first part tour of the server. There will be more to come. There's that weird shadow on the side of that tower that just stays there for some reason. It's a weird glitch-like thing of Minecraft. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll put up another part of the tour soon. Let me go sit on top of my market as we end this video. Let's look at my house in the village. Later guys. Thanks for watching.